Hello guys, this is Samadan Kale and welcome to all of you on my YouTube channel Python Developer. So guys, we have started the basic Python course. So in that course, we have taken a new topic today's video, that is functions in Python, guys. Okay, so we will learn the basics of functions in this video, and I will take some examples and define some functions using Python. Okay, and I will make another video for that functions example. So let's start the today's video. Before that, guys, those do not subscribe to my channel, please subscribe it and press the bell icon so that you will get the latest update of videos. So let's start the video, guys. So what is a function in Python first? Okay, so a function is a block of code which only runs when it is called. Yes, it is a block of code. That means, suppose in generally in mathematics we have defined some functions, or anywhere we have defined some function. Function means in day-to-day life also. Function means it is some relation between two, three, four, and number of things. Okay, and if we apply some conditions on it, and then we will get some value. That is the function. Yes, so for in Python, we have to define some function, okay? And if we run that cell in function, so it will not give you any output. Yes, but when we call that function in the next cell, when we call that function, then we will get the output. So firstly, we have to define the function, and then we have to call the function, guys. Okay, so let us see for creating function how we can create the function. There is a def keyword, guys. So by using that def keyword, we can construct a function. Okay, so let us construct today's function first. Okay, def, I will write this as my function. Okay, fn means function. So I have defined my function and parentheses. Yes, so this is a format that you have to give. Then you have to give the number of statements here. Whatever statement that you want, you can give. Suppose I want this is my function. Okay, I will use this is my function. Yes, this is my function. I will use only this and I run it. Okay, so it will not give me any output. But when in the next cell, I will call it as my function. Yes, my function, and I have to give the parenthesis. Then it will give me the value that in it. Yes, so what is the value in this function? This is my function. So I will get, this is the output, that this is my function, guys. Yes, so what is the syntax for this, guys? Syntax is you have to use the def keyword. Okay, and then you have to give the function name. Yes, function name. So this function name, whatever you want, you can give. Yes, function name, and after function name, you have to give the parenthesis. Yes, you have to give the parenthesis, and after parenthesis, you have to give the colon, guys. Okay, and in the next cell, in the in the next line, you have to use some conditions. Yes, some conditions or statements. Yes, or statements that you want. Whatever statements or whatever condition that you want, you can give here. Yes, so this is the syntax for the function, constructing the function in Python. Okay, so this is our basic function. Now guys, to call the function, we have to use the function name first. Yes, so here I have used my function. This is the name of my function, and I will use my function name. Okay guys, this is the basic. Now we will see there are so many functions and how we can construct the different functions. Okay, for that we have to see the basics of the function. Okay, so guys, next one is argument. Okay, what is the arguments? Yes, so argument, how will argument effect on the function, we will see. So the information can be passed into function as arguments. Okay, suppose you have to give some arguments in the function, so you can pass some information through the arguments in the function. Okay, so arguments are specified after the function name. Yes, so where we have to give the arguments in the parentheses, you have to give the arguments, guys. Now inside the parentheses, you can add as many arguments as you want. Yes, so you can add so many arguments in the parentheses after the function name. So just separate them with a comma. Now when we add some arguments in the parentheses, but after each argument you have to give the comma, guys. Okay, so what are the arguments? Let us see. I will use the def keyword for defining the function, then space I will give. Again, I will give the function name as my function. Okay, my function. Now in the parentheses, I will use some arguments. Yes, I will give some argument. Suppose I have given a argument as a. I have given a argument as a. It's a very interesting, guys. Today's video will very interesting. You can see each and everything. That means you can see the bigger code can be converted into the smaller by using the functions. So please see this video till the end so that you can understood the basics of the function. Okay, so this is my this is my argument, and now I will print. Suppose I want this a as a number. Okay, I will enter any integer here. Now I want to add in this integer 5, in this integer 5 here, and I have to again add in this integer, that is a, I have to add the 9. Yes, so this is my function that I have defined. Now I will run it. That's it. Now I will call the function. I will call the function by using this my function name. Yes, so my function of what? I will give any number. I will give any number in the parenthesis because you have give here the argument. Okay, so you have to give the argument here. Suppose I will give the 5. Yes, so what is the output, guys? In the output I will get a plus 5, that is 5 plus 5 is a 10, and 5 plus 9 is 14. Yes, so this is the argument that I have given. Yes, so by using function you can perform so many operations in a one step. Yes, so this is the use of function and this is the argument, guys. Now there are controversies between arguments and parameters. Okay, so we will see what is the difference between argument and parameters. Okay, guys, so generally the terms parameters and arguments can be used for the same thing. That means information that are passed into the function. That means, guys, you can say argument as parameters and parameters as argument. Okay, so there is no difference between the argument and parameters. This will work as the same thing. That is, information will be passed into a function. Okay, so this is the argument or parameter. You can say anything. Now, number of arguments. Number of arguments. So this is for one argument, guys. If you have number of arguments, then what we will take. Okay, now by default a function must be called with correct number of arguments, meaning that if your function expects two arguments, so you call the function with two arguments, not more and not less. Okay, suppose your function has two arguments, so you can call only two arguments. Your function has only one argument here. Yes, you have give only one argument here. Suppose I will give two arguments here. Then what will happen? What will happen? It will give me error. My function takes one positional argument, but two were given. So we have given two arguments. So this is not possible, guys. Yes, in the original function, if you have given only one argument or only one parameter, you have to give when we call the function, we have to give the only one parameter. And in the original function, if you give the two parameters, by calling the function, you have to give the two parameters there itself. Okay. So this is the difference, guys. So this is the remembering thing that we have to keep in mind. Now, when I will use the two parameters, okay, the example will be interesting. Define my function. Yes, I will define my function and I want f name. Yes, f name means, guys, the first name of the person, and l name. L name means, guys, the last name of the person. Okay, so these are the two parameters in my function. I can give the name of the parameters anything. Yes, so these are the two parameters and two arguments. Now I have to print. Yes, I have to print. Okay, I have to print in this function f name. Yes, f name, or I want a format like this. My name. Yes, my name is. Okay, my name is, and then I will use here plus. Okay, plus f name. What? F name. So guys, we know when we give the f name, it should be in a string. L name, it is in a string. Yes, and then we know the concatenation operator between the string. That means it will concatenate the two strings. Okay, so f name, and I will give again plus sign, and I have to give the space between f name and last name, first name and last name. So I will use the this quotation mark and then plus. So string, and in this string I will use the space, then plus I want the last name. So I will take the L name. Okay. So this is my function that I have defined. Now I will call the function my function. Yes, my function. So in this my function, suppose I have give 1 and 2. Okay. So what we will get? So can only concatenate the string, not integer. Yes. So it will concatenate only the strings, not integers, guys. Yes. Suppose now instead of this, if I have give my name Samadhan, yes, and then comma, my surname is Kale. Yes. Okay. And let's run it, guys. So it will give me my name is Samadhan Kale. Yes. So here I have to give the space itself. So I will add again plus and then string and space. Okay. And let's run it. And again, let's run it. So it will give me the spacing between the words. Okay, guys. So this is the function that I have defined by using the two arguments. Now, guys, we have seen when we apply three arguments or more than three arguments, then we will get the error, or less than these two arguments, then again we will get the error. That means we have to give, when in the original function there are only two parameters, we have to give the two only, and in the original function only one, we have to give the one. Yes, so this is the thing that we have to remember, guys. Okay, so let's move ahead, guys. Now if we want more than two or number of arguments, that means we don't know how many arguments we are going to use. How many arguments we are going to use. That means these are the arbitrary arguments, guys. Okay. So we will see the arbitrary arguments in the Python. Okay. So arbitrary arguments. So these arbitrary arguments can be written by using this asterisk sign, guys. Okay, asterisk arguments. Yes, asterisk arguments. So the star means asterisk. It is known as asterisk. Okay, so let's see. If we do not know how many arguments that we will be passed, so into our function, So we have to add the star or this asterisk sign before the parameter name in the function definition. Okay. So let us see. In this way, the function will receive the tuple of arguments and can access the items accordingly. Yes, can access the items accordingly. So how we can use the arbitrary arguments in the function? Let's see. I will take the example as define my function. Yes, my function. And now in this parenthesis, I don't know how many arguments that I will use. Okay, so I will use the asterisk sign. Okay, I will give the asterisk sign. And suppose I want the kid's name here, so I will use the kids only. Okay, and you can give here any name that you want in the parenthesis as a argument name. Okay, now I will print in this function. I want the oldest child is. Yes, the oldest child is. This is the format, guys. The oldest child is. Okay, and then plus I want plus kids of 2. Okay, plus kids of 2. Kids of 2. Now see guys, we have give the asterisk sign before the parameter name, that is kids is the parameter name, and before that kids we have give the asterisk sign. So when we call the function, we have to enter the number of names of the kids in this function. Okay, and it will give the output as the oldest child is kids of 2. We have seen guys, uh, it is uh, it is taken these arguments in the tuple. It is taken arguments in the tuple. So use the basics of tuple here guys. We have used the kids too. Yes, indexing in a tuple. Use the indexing in a tuple. Kids of 2 means what guys? It will take the index 2 element in this tuple. Okay, now I will run this guys. Now I will call the function. So my function, yes, my function. And in this my function, now I will give the arguments. Yes, I will give the arguments. Suppose I will use the first name as a Ram. Yes, then I will use as a Jack. Yes, then I will use third name as a Sham. Yes, then I will use the fourth name as Radha. Yes, these are my names. So it will give when I run this, the oldest child is Sham. Let us see. This is the tuple 0, 1, 2. Index 2 element is Sham. That's why I get the oldest child is Sham. Okay. So here, if I give the space, then what will happen? Let's see. So again, it will give me this format. But if I add plus and in this string space, so you will get the space in the is and Sham. Okay, the oldest child is Sham. So these are the arguments, guys. Arbitrary arguments. You can use the arbitrary arguments in the function. Okay. Now we will see the keyword arguments. Okay, keyword arguments now. So what are the keywords? Keyword arguments. Let us see. Keyword arguments. Yes. Now see guys, what are the keyword arguments? When we can also send the arguments with the key equal to value. Okay. So these keyword arguments are in this way. So I will use here again key equal to value. Yes. So this can be written key equal to value. Yes, that means you can use x is equal to some number, y is equal to some number. Yes, so this is the way that the order of argument does not matter. Okay, so You can give the order in the any order. You can give the key and value. This order does not matter. Okay, suppose I will define a function. Okay, my function, only I will use the my function name. Okay, so my function, so in this my function, now I will use the keyword arguments. I will use the keyword argument. Suppose x is equal to, I have give 4, then y is equal to, I will give the 7, and z is equal to, I will give the 9. Okay, z is equal to 9. These are my numbers. Okay, okay, and I will give the colon now. So by using these three numbers, I will perform some operation on it in the function. So print x plus y plus z. Yes, I want the addition of all these three numbers. Then I will print, I will print x minus y. Yes, x minus y. Then I will print here itself y plus z. Yes, so these many statements. Now I will call the function. Okay, so my function. Okay, I will call the function as my function and give the parenthesis. Now what will happen, guys? Let's see. So it will give me error at 20 minus the, yes. Why I have given the error? Because this is the double R here. Okay. So when I will run this, I will get these three values. That means in the parenthesis, I don't need defaultly. It will take the parameters and arguments when we use the keyword arguments. Okay. So my function is x, y, and z. Suppose I will give here x is equal to, instead of that 4, I will use the 5, and y is equal to 9, and z is equal to 7. Okay, let's see what will happen. It will give me also output because it has defined, but it is not necessary that this x has a 4 value, 7 value, and 9 value. You can give the any value, but in x, y, and z are the fixed. There are only three numbers. Yes, so this is the thing that we have to remember by using the keyword arguments. Now, arbitrary keyword arguments, guys. Okay, so firstly we have seen the key, arguments, number of arguments, and arbitrary arguments. Now we have seen the keyword arguments. Now we will see the arbitrary keyword arguments. Okay, so arbitrary keyword arguments. Yes, what are the arbitrary keyword arguments? So let us see what will happen when we use the arbitrary. Same thing here, we have to give the asterisk sign, but here we have to give the double asterisk sign. Okay, so if we do not know how many keyword arguments that we will be passed into our function, we have to add two asterisks before the parameter name in the function definition. So this is the way the function will receive the dictionary of the argument and can access the items accordingly. Yes, so it will take the dictionary items. So let us see by example. So define, I will define the function as my function. Yes, my function. Now I will give the two asterisk sign. Okay, I will give the two asterisk sign, and again I will use the kit. Yes, I will use the kit, and then I will give the colon here. Now I will print. I will print his last name. Okay, I want his last name. Okay, so his last name is, okay, his last name is, I want plus this one space. Okay, and then again plus. So what is its last name? I want kid of, yes, kid of, kid of L name. Yes, kid of L name. So this is the year. Already I have said that this will take the dictionary arguments. Right? Use the basic of dictionary here again. Okay, dictionary has keys and value. Okay, so lname is we have given here two names. Firstly, the f name and l name. Okay, f name and l name. Then it will take the l name. Yes. So let us see. Keyword arguments. We can give the any number of keyword arguments. So my function is my function, and in this my function I will use the f name and l name. Yes, f name is equal to, suppose I will use the f name as ram. Yes, and then I will use the l name as what, I will use the l name sharm. Yes, I will use the sharm. So this is my function, and run it let's run it. I will get his last name is Sharma. His last name is Sharma. In this way, we can use the arbitrary keyword arguments. Arbitrary keyword arguments. So for mathematics also, you can use the arbitrary keywords. Okay, I will make one video on examples of the functions. There itself, I will take one example on this arbitrary keywords, guys. Okay. Now, default parameter value. We will see the functions default parameter value. Okay, so let us see what is the default parameter value. Yes, how we can take the default parameter in the Python function. So let us convert it to markdown, run it. Now when we call the function without argument, it uses the default value. So how it will use the default value is, so let us define a function as resident. Yes, I will use the function name as resident, and I will use the parameter as country. Yes, I will use the parameter as country, and this country is equal to, I will give here the country, that is, suppose I will use the India. Yes, India. Okay. Now in the function, I want the statement. Yes, I want the statement I am from. Yes, I am from, once again I have to give into the string. I am from country. Yes, I am from country, not country here. I have to give here, comma, yes, country. Okay, and run it, guys. So it will be run. Now I will use resident only, and I will not give the any parameter. Then it will give me the error country. Yes, COU here. U I have to give, yes, U, and run it, run it. I am from India. Now instead of this, if I have used here Philippines, yes, Philippines, then what I will give? I am from Philippines. Yes. So instead of Philippines, if I will give the Russia, if I will give Russia, yes. So what I will give output? I am from Russia. Yes. So these are the default parameter values, guys. So in this way, we can take the default parameter value. Now, passing a list as an argument. We can pass a list as an argument in the function. Okay. Passing list as an argument. Yes. Argument. Similarly, tuple can be passed by as an argument here itself. Okay. So how we can pass the list as an argument? Let's see. When we can send any data type of arguments to a function, that is a string, number, list, dictionary, or anything. Yes. So and it will be treated as the same data type inside the function. For example, if we send a list as an argument, it will still be a list when it reaches the function. Okay. Suppose firstly I will define the function. Okay. Function name is my function. Yes, my function. So in this my function, I will take one parameter, that is food. I will use the food. Now, food is my list, guys. Food is my list that I will take later on. Okay, any list. In this food list, I will take any number of foods or fruits that you want. Yes. So I will use for this x in food. For x in food, I have used the for loop print x. I want the separate foods. Yes. So I will run it. Now I will use some list. Okay. I will use some list. Food is equal to, or instead of food, you can write fruit also. Yes. Fruit. You can give any name. Yes. Fruit is equal to. I will use the list name. Suppose I want apple, then I want banana. Yes. Banana. Then I want cherry. Yes. Cherry. So these are the my fruits. Now I will call the function. Okay. That is my function. And in this my function, I will use, instead of food, I will use the fruit. Yes. I will use the fruit. And let's see what will happen. I get all these fruits, apple, banana, and cherry separately. So this is the thing, guys. Yes. Now the last one is return values and pass statement. So to let the function return value, we have to use the return statement. That means at the last we have to return the return statement. Okay. So I will copy the same code here. Yes. And paste it here. So instead of print, I will use return x. Return x. And let's run it. Okay. And then I will copy this one and paste here, and let's run it. So what will happen, guys? I will give only one output, that is apple. Okay. Returns. Let's see the basic of return. Yes. Return, it will take only one argument and it will stop the for loop. See the basics of for loop, guys. Okay. Return statement takes only one argument. So this is the thing. Now pass statement. Yes. Pass statements. How we can use the pass statement? So generally, function cannot be empty. But if for some reason we have the function definition will have no content, so put it into the pass statement to avoid the getting error. So how we can use the pass statement, guys? So simply define any function name that you want, any function name. Suppose I will use the resident function that previously we have used. Okay. And in this resident function, I don't want anything. So I will only use the pass. Yes. I will only use the pass. And when we call the function resident, then it will not give me any output. It will be empty. Yes. So this is the thing, guys, that we have to learn. So I hope, guys, all of you understood the content of the functions. Thank you for watching the video.